Welcome back to the Road to the Victory. I am your host, Eduardo. Today we are diving into the latest strategies for harnessing AI to drive business success. Our special guest is Anthony Anarino, a renowned expert in sales training and coaching. Anthony, the author of more than 40 influential books, brings a well of knowledge to our conversation. In this episode, we will explore Anthony's latest book, The AI Age, Sales Strategies for Unleashing the Power of AI to Save Time, Sell More, and Cross the Competition. We all delve into how AI can boost efficiency, productivity, and success in today's competitive business world. Don't miss AI for Business, revolutionize your sales process with artificial intelligence, and unlock the secrets selling more efficiently, effectively, and intelligently. Discover how AI can supercharge your sales strategy, helping a small business like yours thrive in a competitive market. Join us to explore the transformative power of AI in sales and take your business to next level. Remember to support us by liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell for more content. Hi, Anthony. Welcome to my podcast, The Road to Victory. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you again.
Could you provide a brief introduction about yourself and your background?
My background is I started selling in temporary staffing when I was about 17 or 18 years old in a family business. I built that business from $3 million to $50 million. And then I started doing some other work like I'm doing right now. So I've now written 4 books on sales, 1 book on sales management, and 1 book on how to have a positive outlook on life. And most of the time I do a 1,000-word post every single day at thesalesblog.com. And I've done that for almost 15 years.
We are eagerly waiting the release of your book, AI Sales Strategies to Unleash the Power of AI to Save Time, Sell More, and Cross the Competition. Can you share with us what can readers can expect to learn from it, when it will hit the shelves, and what inspired during the writing process? How did you balance the art of sales with the science of AI, and what insights can readers gain from your expertise?
Okay, so this book I wrote with my good friend Jeb Blunt, and Jeb we've got the same publisher, so we both work with Wiley, and they asked us why we never wrote a book together, and we just never did. And so this is the first book that we wrote together. I did a lot of the technical stuff, and Jeb did a lot of the sales content, and then we collaborated on some of that. So the pitch for this book really is that it is about your time. So now that we have this tool called AI, now we can have the AI do work for us. And while it's doing that work, we still have to check it. We still have to edit things like that. But it gives us back our time. And what we should be doing in a world full of technology is spending time talking to human beings. So if we can get the AI to do more things for us, then we can take that time back and spend more time with our clients and our prospective clients, and ramp up our revenue growth because we have the time to do it now. And if you know the data on this, most salespeople only sell about 34% of the time, and the rest of it is a lot of administrative. And so as AI gets better and we can have a way to outsource it to AI, then we get to do the things that we really want to do, like what you and I are doing right now. We're having a conversation, and sales is really just a conversation. So the more conversations, the better you're going to do.
Incredible. Adapting and involving AI can be a powerful tool, but many businesses don't know where to start or how to craft prompts that drive the results they need. How to use AI for business effectively in 2024.
Okay, I have a number of prompts that I use, and I'm going to try to describe a couple of them that I think that people should really do right now. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to give you something to do. I have a prompt that says, provide me with 15 headwinds or challenges in this industry. So maybe I'm saying energy is the industry, and then give me two shocking statistics under each one of those challenges. Now, I'm asking for 15. I'm not going to use 15. I'm going to just look at 15, and I'm going to now have an idea of before I sit down with my client, I'm already going to know what kind of challenges they already have, what kind of problems they're already having, and I'll also have the data about that. So that's my first piece of research. So I'm letting Chat GPT go out and do that work for me. And then I don't want to be a researcher. I want AI to be my researcher. And then I decide what I think is the most compelling conversation to have with the client. So I'm going to do 15 because sometimes it won't give me the data. So if it doesn't give you the data, then it's not going to be credible. So what we want to do is make sure that we're doing something that we have enough that we can pull maybe 4 or 5 really hard hitting uh, data points and challenges. And it looks like now we already studied their industry. We already looked at their company. And then another prompt that I would recommend people to use is to say, give me a psychographic profile of the buyer who is going to buy for an energy company who is considering sales trading. So that's what I would do there. And now it's going to tell me this person's going to have this concern. They're going to want to know about this thing and this thing. So I'm letting the AI do what the AI does better than anybody else. And then I'm going to take the part where I'm going to do the thing that I can do that AI can't do. It sounds like it can have a conversation with you, but not really. It's just a tool, right? It's
Right.
a sort of a it's kind of a trick that it knows what it should say, even though it doesn't really know anything. It's just a computer. It's just an algorithm. But I want to know about that person that I want to talk to. So I'm going to do that research. And then I'm probably going to do this, Eduardo. I'm going to say, I want to look at this company, ABC, and I want to see how different they are from XYZ. And then I'll have some idea about what other people are doing and who their competitors might be. And that gives me another way to prove that I'm credible, that I've done the work, I'm learning about their industry, and I don't show up there cold. So these are the things that we should be doing is using AI to do this work for us so that we can have more time with our clients.
Awesome. With 303 million small business worldwide, how can AI be used to solve business problems?
I'm not sure about all the problems that we're going to be able to solve with this. I can tell you for sure, it's a great researcher. There's no doubt about that. I would tell you I'm skeptical about a few things. So
What things?
I don't think that we should let AI do our prospecting for us. I
Okay.
think that if everybody's spamming people because they've got these sequences and the AI is writing everything, I don't think that they're going to do very well. I think that people are going to go like just another electronic thing that showed up in my inbox, or this is a voice that's really not a person. It's something that
Yes.
AI can because it can do some of that talking. But I think the people who are going to success are going to say, we're going to let this do these things, but not those things. So the things that we should be doing is talking to people. And if
Okay.
we let AI do it, AI is not nearly as good as a writer as we are.
Mm.
It's not as good as a talker as we are. It doesn't speak as well as we do. It seems to, but it doesn't always make sense. So I think that there's some risks here for people if they get so wrapped up in AI that they let it do too many things. Now, I think in the future, we're just at the beginning of this, Eduardo. So it's only been a little bit of time. But I think in the future, your CRM is going to have a whole bunch of AI already built into it. And it will probably tell you, like, these are the people that you haven't talked to recently enough. You should do this in this week. It's going to start taking over task management and project management. It's going to start picking those things up for us as it gets better. And there's already people building these like Microsoft's Copilot that lets you go in and ask it to do things for you. And those things are going to become just everyday things for us. I have a very nice car, Eduardo. I have just one
Yes.
nice car,
Which one?
and it's
Which car
got
you have?
I got a Mercedes Benz,
Oh,
and it's got all kinds of electronics in it. So
it has
I
a
don't have my
electric.
car today because it's in the shop, because
Okay.
just putting in the new software takes 2.5 hours to get the
Oh, okay.
software in, because it will stop the car if there's a somebody in front of us or and all kinds of stuff like that. And that's AI taking over some of the things that we do when we're driving. So if somebody swerves into my lane, it'll just stop my car right where it is without me touching the brakes. So it's scary,
Yes,
but
it's
it's
good.
it's paying attention to everything. So this is the world that we live in, and this is just the beginning. So we're just getting here. So some of the things that we would recommend people to do, Jeb and I will both recommend some things about what we do with our time. If you can take a list of companies that you need to visit,
Okay.
we've both done this one. I did it for my sister who works in one of my family businesses. And I made a list of 7 clients that she needed to see in one day.
Okay.
And then I put it in Chat GPT and I said, give me directions to make it the fastest way to see all 7 of these people today. And give me a map and a list of how to get to these places the fastest way. And that's just like a beautiful thing to have. Instead of going
Yeah.
like, well, I'm going to go this one to this one to this one, it just gives me the fastest way for them to go and have more conversations with more people. So that's something that you can do right now. If you just put the addresses in and say, what's the fastest way? It'll give you that work in just a few minutes.
Wow.
And if you're on Chat GPT 4.0, then it's going to be really fast. It'll give you a very fast response.
Wow. Red Monthly once said, nothing happens until a sale takes place. Selling is the most important part of running a successful business. In your opinion, how AI can revolutionize sales process and boost sales?
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing more of that. So I haven't seen so much in the process yet, but I'm starting to see some of my clients that are now uh, deciding that AI's got a role in these opportunities. So one of the things that I did it actually worked very well for me in my CRM. I use HubSpot. I took all of my deals that we've ever won over the time I've had HubSpot. So that's probably 7 or 8 years. And I took the data and I put it in a spreadsheet, and then I loaded it into GPT, and I asked it to do what's called machine learning. And so I had it to do machine learning, and what it did is it told me which deals that I have the best chance of winning and the ones that I have a very low chance of winning. And it turned out to be very close. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. And that was just doing one thing. Then I think that's going to be built into CRMs in the future. It's going to look at it and say, normally you have 5 people on these conversations, and this time you only have 2, so we don't think that you're in the same position that you would have been. So AI is really good at this objective stuff. And it took mine, and I must have had 1,000 data points for that to look at, and it's a very interesting thing to do. We do a lot of forecasting by making guesses. I mean,
Okay.
you might as well go get a lottery ticket. Like you don't know if it's going to work or not, but once you have AI and it's looking at it and it's looking at deeper things that we can see, then that's going to start saying like, don't forecast this because it's in a better position. And it can look at these patterns that you and I can't see. It can see those patterns a lot better than we can. So that is their role. Like it is to grind on something. And if you don't know this yet, they took one group of AI people and they decided that they were going to study liver cancer.
Okay.
and they just let it go and go and go and go, and it found a cure for liver cancer, which is a very, very difficult one. So we're going
Wow.
to start seeing a lot of things like this in the future. So this is all coming. We do believe, though, that I think all of this stuff is going to be on your phone. I mean, you're going to have an assistant that will be this. It'll be with you, and it has AI on it. That should get better, and I think that that's going to help us manage our time. There's a
Yes.
guy named Mustafa Suleiman, and he wrote a book called The Coming Wave,
Okay.
and he's probably one of the top people in artificial intelligence. And what he said is we're probably all going to have our own assistant or what a chief of staff that's going to be able to manage our calendars, our phone calls, our emails, and give us back more, even more of our time. So I'm really excited about that because I hate paperwork. I don't like to fill out forms. I like to talk to people and have conversations and learn things. And if I could get that time back, it's all to the good for us.
How a small business can use social media and AI to expand their marketing?
Oh, that in Chat GPT 4.0, you can go in, and I don't know if you've done this before, but you can go in and tell it to make you a graphic or to make a picture and to put certain words in there. It's hard with words, but it's getting better at that. And you can do all kinds of social just by saying something like, I need a LinkedIn post that says this, or I need this image for Instagram. It's really good at those sort of things. And that means that you don't have to go and get a designer. If you can just write a good prompt, you can get the picture that you want for a post or your YouTube, whatever, a thumbnail. You can do those things now. So I think it's very helpful for small business.
Of course, you can do marketing with a touch of a button and get a picture or a logo or use different AI tools like make a voice and wow, it's very incredible how technology is advancing in a rapid way. What aspects of AI impacts on sales surprise you the most during your book research?
I think that I have to think about what would be the one thing that I was surprised by. I have to think about. I think that one of the things that we did in the book is we took a comparison of what a buyer would do. So this is
Oh,
one. So what would a buyer do if they were going to try to buy something? And what we did is we took a very large bank, JP Morgan Chase, and then we took a
okay,
small bank in Kansas, and we
okay,
said, we are a small business. Which of these will be better for us? And that's what buyers are already doing. They're already looking to say, is this a better solution? And can I see what reviews look like and things like that? So what we did is we put all that in one chapter at the back. So you could see they have a lot of things similar, but it's probably going to be better for a small business to go with the local one in Kansas rather than JP Morgan. And that's the things that buyers are already doing. Buyers are also looking at your solution and what they can find about that. And they're also looking at your competitors' solutions. And we've done some work there too. So I think that's something that most people they're mostly concerned about. Can we use it for email? Can we use it to write emails and all this? But you have to remember the buyers got Chat GPT the same time we did,
yes,
and they're now out looking to see what they can learn on their own because they've been doing that for some period of time. So I think that's the thing that people better get their mind around. Like you're doing research on them, they're researching you back, and
of
they're
course,
looking at your competitors, and they're using AI to do that already.
impressive. Most of the time, the fear of being turned down is the main thing that stops people from doing sales. How can AI help us overcome this problem and improve our sales performance?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of people right now, Eduardo, looking at how do we build, and they're already building these. Like, here's a scenario, and
Okay.
you're going to role play with your GPT or your AI, and so it's going to tell you that wasn't the best answer. This might be a better answer, and it can help you figure out how those conversations might be better. So when you're there, you have a practice. I think a lot of salespeople don't really like role playing. I think it's the best thing that you could do, but I think that they're going to be a lot safer and they'll still feel like they're not being judged because they can do this in private and they can
Oh,
ask a scenario and then they can pretend to go through like, well, this is what I would say, and then get the feedback from AI and then start making adjustments. So people are already doing these things.
yes, AI assistants. Wow. In what ways do you think AI is reshaping conventional sales practice?
I'm not sure on this. I mean, I think that a lot of it is what we do before, maybe, and more after. But I don't know how much it's going to change the sales conversation, except for the fact that something like this, that we could do these role plays and figure out better strategies. And I haven't seen too much of that yet, but I think we will see more people developing these sales strategies by going back and forth with the AI.
What actionable tips from your book can you offer to business owners looking to stay ahead of the competition in the AI landscape?
Yeah. The first thing that I would say is that we have two things that we have to decide. Number one, what are the applications that we think are right for us to do right now using AI? Now, and then we have to figure out like what we're not going to use AI for. A lot of people are going to mix these things up. So some people are going to say they're already right now deciding that they're going to do the other prospecting this way. I don't think that's a good application. I think it's going to cause people to be alienated by all this incoming. On the other side, though, something like a proposal, like, and we've got a template in there that you could ask the AI to fill in for you. That's a great application. Also, negotiation. So if you have a negotiation and you put the numbers in and you say, this is what my profit needs to be, what can I give away? Could I trade this? And the AI is really coming, it's very good at finding all the different things that you might want to consider. And if you don't get what you want, you can say, I need something more effective than this or something like this. And it'll keep working on it until you get the answer that you need. So I think that's the first thing. The first thing is let's make sure we're doing the things that we should be using AI for. And then we should not be doing them for certain things. I think when people start making phone calls and it's a robot on the other side, I
Okay.
think they're going to hang up on the robot and they're going to wait until they get a salesperson that will actually sit down with them and have a conversation.
Companies are using AI to optimize supply chains, leading to cost savings and efficiency gains. AI predicts demand, optimizes inventory, and streamlines logistics. However, this can displace jobs across industries like manufacturing and customer service. What are your thoughts on AI, artificial intelligence?
I've got a client that I talked to yesterday. He's a good friend of mine. And he needed to take a giant stack of health bills, and the AI actually scans all of those to find out where they've been over charged or undercharged. And the AI is doing that now. So there are no human beings touching this. The it comes right through a scanner, and it changes all the data on it so that everything is accurate. So, and they're doing about 250,000 bills a month. So that is something that AI should be doing instead of humans.
Yes.
Humans
People
can't
do.
process that as fast as an AI can. And
And
we're
also,
going to see a whole bunch of that.
as we conclude our conversation today, we will discover the revolutionary power of AI to transform business. Now, it's time to reframe your thinking and embrace AI as a powerful partner that can propel your business to new heights. By adopting a forward thinking mindset, one that recognizes the importance of staying ahead of the curve in AI innovation and implementation, you'll gain significant edge over your competitors and unlock unprecedented success. Remember, those who embrace AI as a strategic ally will be the ones who shape the future of business. The main insight from this conversation today is that AI offers a game changing opportunity for business. By harnessing its power effectively, you can elevate your business to new, unprecedented levels of success. By embracing a culture of continuous improvement and strategically integrating AI into your operations, you not only stay ahead of the competition, but also shape the future of your industry. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep striving for excellence and stay victorious. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and follow our podcast The Road to Victory for more engaging conversations and thought-provoking discussions. Stay tuned for more upcoming episodes where we continue to explore new frontiers and new heights. Until next time.